Okay. So as I said, Colleen is going to walk us through the plan selection. We are moving the health benefits from Humana to Aetna. We spent a lot of time trying to identify 4 plans, all with Aetna, that'll give employees an option to select what you think best fits your needs for you and possibly any dependents. We tried to keep them as cost approachable as possible, realizing that, of course, there have been increases in the market. So we hope that you're pleased with the selection, and I'll turn it over to Colleen so she could walk us through the plans.
Thank you. Everyone, again, as Anna had mentioned, my name is Colleen Hernandez with CGI Business Solutions. I'm here to review your plans, which are to take effect December 1st. Your plan elections will remain in force through November 30th, 2021. Right now is open enrollment, so this is your period to make any changes. Only time that you're going to be able to add a dependent, remove a dependent, add dental, drop dental, whatever the case may be within this year. Only other time you're able to make any changes is if you experience a qualifying event. Qualifying events are going to include instances such as if you get married, you can cover your new spouse on your policy. If you are covered under your spouse's policy and you guys are getting divorced, that gives you the opportunity to jump on the plan over here. If you have a baby, you can add the baby to your plan. Please keep in mind that if you have a qualifying event and you are already covered on the plan and you're covering a new dependent, whether it be through your spouse lost coverage, you had a new baby, whatever the case may be, the plan you elect does not change. It's just the dependents covered underneath the plan that changes. So I do want to make sure that everybody understands their benefits because you are married to it for the next 12 months. So if at any point in time you have any questions about anything at all, please don't hesitate to stop me. Also, if you have a question that you're not comfortable asking over the phone, whether it be of a personal nature, particular to your situation and not necessarily a generic question, I am available after the webinar to answer any questions, work with you individually. And my contact information was up at the beginning of the webinar, is on the benefits at a glance, and I will put it up on the screen again at the end of the webinar. As Anna had mentioned, we are making a switch from Humana to Aetna. The bottom of the screen reviews the steps on how you can locate a participating doctor. Regardless of the 4 Aetna plans you choose, they all utilize the same network of doctors. That is the Aetna Select Open Access Network. So as long as your doctor's in the network, they're in the network on any of the plans that you choose. This is a national plan. So even if you live in North Carolina, you live in Florida, you're visiting Colorado, California, whatever the case may be, you will have the ability to seek care and treatment from an in-network provider. You just have to make sure that the provider that you visit is in network before going over there. The other benefits, everything else has remained exactly the same for the upcoming year. So if you're happy with your dental, your vision, the amount of life insurance that you have the ability to continue that again for this upcoming year. As a reminder, dependent children can be covered until age 26, and dependent children will terminate at the end of the month in which they turn 26. Without further ado, your medical benefits. As I previously mentioned, regardless of the plan you choose, they're all utilizing the same network, which is the Select Open Access Network. All of these plans are in-network only plans. They are direct access HMO plans, meaning you have in-network only coverage. You do not need a referral to see a specialist. So as you're welcome to go to a specialist as long as they are in your network. The plan in the very first column works differently than the rest of the 3 plans. I'm not going to go over every single line item because you guys can read it for yourself, but I'm going to talk about the first plan and then a couple differences between the other plans. The very first plan is the Aetna AFA OAAS 5,500 HSA 80% ECY ACF plan. I'm going to call this your HSA eligible plan. This 5,500 HSA eligible plan is just that. This is a plan that is a plan eligible to have a separate health savings bank account tied to it. This health savings account, this bank account, is your money just like any other bank account. You would take money from your paycheck and you can put it away every single paycheck, tax-free, to use for qualified medical expenses. We're going to talk more about the HSA itself on the next page. This, though, is the only plan that is an HSA eligible product. What's special about this product is how it works. Unlike the other plans that we'll talk about, this plan, you must first satisfy 100% of your deductible prior to having any kind of cost share. So on this plan, if you need to see a doctor, if you need to go to urgent care, if you need to go to the specialist, if you need to have surgery, you are first responsible for meeting your individual deductible. Individual deductible is $5,500. Your family deductible is $11,000. Once an individual within your family unit satisfies the individual deductible, they will then have cost share. What that means is if you see a primary care doctor, you will have a $35 copay. If you see the specialist, you'll be subject to a $75 copay after you satisfy that deductible. Other services such as emergency room, urgent care, imaging, hospitalization, you're going to pay 20%, while Aetna will pay the remaining 80% until you reach your out-of-pocket maximum. On this plan, your out-of-pocket maximum is $6,900 for an individual, not to exceed $13,800 for your family unit. Once you satisfy that out-of-pocket maximum in a given calendar year, the rest of your care and treatment will be free for that year. Also, every tier of your prescription drugs, they are all subject to the deductible. So that $15 copay, that $50 copay, the $100, everything is after you satisfy the deductible. Your deductible, after deductible, got pushed underneath that line. So I'm going to expand it and send it over an updated form for you. But every single thing is after deductible on this plan only. That's what's special about this plan that allows you to put money into that HSA banking account. This is a new concept, something that is not a type of plan you guys are used to. So please let me know. Anybody have any questions on this type of plan?
I have a question.
Yes.
Oh, I'm not getting the 20% after deductible.
So I'm going to give you
So
an example. Okay. If I go to the hospital and let's say the bill, my contracted rate is $10,000. I'm covered just myself. I have a hospital stay. Of that $10,000 bill, I pay the first $5,500 100% by myself. That satisfies my deductible. After that, I'm subject to 20%, which means of that remaining $4,500, I'm going to pay 20% of that, which means I'm going to pay another $900 on top of the $5,500 that I've already paid. So my hospitalization on that visit would have been $6,400, $5,500 in deductible, and then the extra $900 in coinsurance. Everything, though, rolls to the out-of-pocket maximum. So any copay, any deductible, any coinsurance, everything's in the out-of-pocket maximum right here.
Okay, so let's say I've met my $6,900 and I have to go to a hospital.
Uh-huh.
What
Then
happens?
it's free. Once you satisfy your out-of-pocket maximum, all covered care and treatment is at no cost to you.
Where does the HSA come in then? Because you're
So,
saving that money, so you're getting so
yeah,
much deducted a month.
correct. So what happens is you can use that money to pay for the $6,900 in your out-of-pocket expense. But it does work like a bank account. So if you don't have the money in there yet, you can't use it. It works just like a debit card. So let's say December 2nd, unfortunately, you're hospitalized, boom, you met your out-of-pocket maximum. You don't have the money in your HSA bank yet. What you can do is you can work out a deal with the facility. You're going to have to pay a lump sum, and then you can use your HSA card to set up the automatic payments for the rest of the time. HSA, I'm going to just skip to that page for a quick second. The HSA bank account, it's not only to be used for medical expenses, so it's all qualified medical expenses, which also include any dental and vision coverage. You are subject to maximums, though. So within 2020, which is going to be prorated this year because you're only HSA eligible for 1/12 the calendar year, the maximum for an individual is $3,550, which really means this year would be $295 for 2020. But 2021, you can fund all $3,600. $3,600 is obviously less than your $6,900 out-of-pocket maximum. So you can use all of the money in your HSA to pay your out-of-pocket maximum. You would still have to use regular money to pay for that. What you could also do, let's say that you had a great year and you only maybe paid $100 in out-of-pocket expenses. I went to the doctor's once, and when I was sick and I had my one physical, boom, that was it, all I've had. Whatever money I've put into the HSA account stays with you, and it grows on a pre-tax basis. And you can use that money later on I paid for my daughter's braces one year when she was younger. You can actually use it for retirement later on too. So, I mean, the money in that account can be used to buy glasses, a whole variety of different things. It doesn't necessarily have to be your medical benefits, your medical expenses. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, I currently have one. Did I get it
Awesome.
transferred to the new one?
Absolutely. So you only have to worry about one account instead of having to manage two. Yes.
And Colleen, also, if you could mention the $35 and $70 copay for doctor visits, that's after deductible. However,
correct.
we would be getting like an Aetna rate, correct? Because I know there was concern, well,
Yeah.
if I go to the doctor, is it going to cost me $300 because I didn't meet my deductible? Like typically it would be a discounted office visit
Right.
anyway, correct?
That is correct. Whatever service you have on this HSA product, because you have Aetna, Aetna negotiates with the in-network provider, the doctor, the hospital, the emergency room, the urgent care center, the lab place. They negotiate with the providers on your behalf, and they say, for this X service, you're not going to charge my client more than Y. If I go to the doctors and I have a preventative visit, you're only going to charge them $60. That's because they have Aetna. Whatever the number is, Aetna has contracted with them and done the negotiating for you. So you will only pay the contracted rate for any services on this plan. Yes.
Thank you.
That is the same for the other plans where you see deductible and coinsurance kicking in as well. I don't want you to think it's only the HSA, it's for any insurance plan, period. Again, this is a new concept, so I do want to make sure that you guys understand the way the HSA works. Any other questions?
So I do have one question. So if the account, grows year after year and hopefully you're not using the funds and you're not sick, you could still only take the tax deduction up to the max, correct?
Correct, because you cannot put in more than the dollar amount that the IRS sets a limit to. So
Okay.
every year the amount is adjusted annually for inflation. If possible, I always suggest people to fully fund the money because number one, it's money that is tax deductible, so you're not taxed on that money, and it's money that you're going to end up using, whether
Right.
it be for medical expenses, dental expenses, vision expenses. You can even use it for over-the-counter medicines now and feminine hygiene products now, which has just been expanded. But at the end of the day, even if you don't use it for any of that, you'll be able to use it for your retirement. It's kind of like forced savings.
Mhm. Okay. Thanks.
No problem. Other questions?
I have a question.
Yeah.
What happens like next year we change insurance companies? What happens to that HSA then? Can we continue to contribute to it or?
That is an excellent question. So, if in the future you find yourself in a position where you are no longer enrolled in an HSA eligible product, you will no longer have the ability to contribute to the HSA banking account, but you will still have access to your funds because it is your money. And you can continue to use your funds for qualified medical expenses in the future, even if you're not on an HSA eligible product. But you can only put money into the banking account if you are enrolled in an HSA eligible product, which again is only the plan in the very first column. So if you take any of the three other options offered by First Light, you will not have the ability to open this HSA bank account. Anything else? Okay, we're going to go back to the medical benefits and talk about the other three plans. We're going to talk about them pretty quick though. The other three plans, they are copay plans. So where you see the words copay, $15 copay for the primary on the 5,100 Essentials plan, or you have a $500 copay on the Aetna 3,500 80% emergency room. Wherever you only see the word copay, you walk in, you walk out, that's the copay you pay for that service. There are some instances where you have copay after deductible, like we've already discussed with the HSA, even on these copay plans, such as the AFA OAAS Essentials 5,000 100% emergency room. You have a $750 copay after you satisfy your deductible for the emergency room. You'll notice though that on that same plan, you only have a $50 copay for the urgent care center. On this plan and any other plan, you will always see a large savings if you seek care and treatment at an urgent care center versus an emergency room. So whenever possible, in addition to saving you money, it's going to save you time and then usually less aggravation. I would try to seek care and treatment at an urgent care center versus an emergency room when possible. However, difficulty breathing, shortness of breath, you pass out, please go directly to the emergency room or you're going to end up with two bills, one for the urgent care and one for the emergency room because they're sending you there anyway. Other things I wanted to mention about these plans. You'll notice that how you get to your deductible and your out-of-pocket maximum, it's going to vary per each of these plans. Where you have co-insurance responsibility, how much deductible you have to meet, it's going to vary based upon those individual plans, which means those are the things that are affecting the price point. Each of these three plans, they have straight copays for all of the prescriptions. So none of the remaining three plans, the Essentials 5,000, the 2750, plan or the 3,500 80% plan, those are straight copays for any preferred brand, any generic, or any non-preferred brand or non-preferred generics, straight copay. You don't have any deductible responsibility. If you find yourself in a situation though where you have specialty medication, the last two plans, the 2750 50% and the 3,500 80% plan, you are responsible for a portion up into a monthly maximum for that particular drug. I also want to mention emergency only coverage is available outside of the Aetna network. As I mentioned earlier, you have access to a large national network, but you must stay within the network to have care and treatment. In an emergency situation, it does not matter where you go. You're going to take yourself to the closest emergency room and it'll be treated as if you were in the network. One more thing that I did want to mention over here is going to be prescription drugs. If you are an individual who takes maintenance medication, you will be able to get 2 fills at the retail pharmacy. After 2 fills at a retail pharmacy, you'll be required to get a 90-day supply at either a CVS pharmacy or via mail order, or Aetna will not be covering the medication. If you are an individual that is affected by this, number one, your pharmacist should inform you of this, and then number two, you will definitely receive a letter from Aetna advising you XYZ medication needs to either be purchased at a CVS retail pharmacy for a 90-day supply or via Caremark mail order. Any questions about the benefit? Okay. Couple money-saving tips for prescription drugs. Walmart, Winn-Dixie, you can get a $4 generic medication for 30-day supply, $10 for a 90-day supply. Absolutely no insurance is even necessary to take advantage of these programs. They are offered to you by the stores. Florida members, Publix, free antibiotics and free routine maintenance medication. Also, GoodRx is a website that can be very beneficial, especially if you're going to enroll in the HSA eligible product or you take specialty medication. This is going to help you find the pharmacy that carries the medication, the cost of that medication at the pharmacy, and then if there is a manufacturer's coupon, there'll be a link right on the website where you can download and get a discount. Some of the coupons are pay no more than $25. Some of it is the manufacturer will pay $150 for that prescription for you. So definitely a valuable resource that you can share with all your friends because, again, you do not need to have any medical insurance in order to take advantage of this program. We did already speak about the HSA account. I did just want to harp one more time on the fact that it is only available for those that are enrolled in the HSA eligible medical product, which is the first column, the OAAS 5,500 HSA plan. And you can only contribute up until the IRS designated maximums. If you are over 55, though, in addition to the annual maximum, you can contribute an additional $1,000 every year.
There's a benefit.
A benefit of getting older.
Exactly.
The next page is just going to talk about your Aetna member website. Once you get your ID card, you're able to enroll at Aetna.com. You can actually enroll prior to your ID card, also just using your social security number. Obviously, you guys are not in the system yet, so you can't enroll yet, but come December 1st, you'll be able to enroll. Has a wealth of information available on your member portal, including the physician locator, access to your explanation of benefits. They have a cost comparison tool, which is incredibly beneficial for any services subject to deductible and coinsurance, which is everything on that HSA plan, and a lot of the hospitalizations, the MRIs, and this cost simulator. They can tell you the cost of a particular treatment at a particular place. So it will help navigate you to the most affordable option. So definitely suggest everybody sign up for that. Next thing we're going to discuss is available to every Aetna enrolled individual, Teladoc. Aetna is providing you with Teladoc, which gives you 24/7 access to a licensed board certified medical doctor at your fingertips. You can use this absolutely anywhere. You're going to need to register for the account, just like seeing a new doctor for the very first time. You're going to answer a couple medical questions, and then only you have to do it once. List any allergies you may have, and then you're free to use the service. There is a cost of no more than $40 per visit to use the Teladoc. It is going to be cheaper than going to the doctor, though. However, please keep in mind that Minute clinics, which are in both CVS pharmacies and Target stores, you're able to seek care and treatment at no cost on any of the copay plans, and there is no cost after you satisfy your deductible on the HSA eligible plan. CVS is owned by Aetna, so even the Minute clinics inside of Target, they are technically CVS clinics in the Target locations, and they are owned by Aetna. So you're going to see dramatic savings if you visit a Minute clinic. Another wonderful feature provided to all Aetna enrollees and their spouses is going to be the ability to purchase an Apple Watch. Aetna is rewarding and encouraging good health. A healthy lifestyle essentially is going to, in return, mean less claims. And therefore, Aetna is going to allow you the opportunity to purchase an Apple Watch at no cost to you. You can upgrade the watch, so only certain series are free and the size and etc., but you can customize and build whatever watch you want. They take the cost of that watch, they split it into 24 monthly payments. If in a given month you meet your health goal, Aetna is going to make that monthly payment for you. Please keep in mind that they will only make the monthly payment assuming you have purchased the free model. If you upgrade, you're still going to get the same dollar amount applied to your upgrade that you would have if you had the base model, but you are going to be responsible for the difference. Again, this is split into 24 monthly payments. So if you have decided that this month you're not going to be able to meet your house goal and you fall off the wagon, it's fine. You're only going to be responsible for that 1 month of payment. And then you have the opportunity to get back on track and meet your fitness goal. And then Aetna will continue to make the payments as long as you continue to meet those goals. Holidays are coming up. Could be a great incentive. You can get a free holiday gift for somebody, and it encourages you to be a little more active and a little more healthy. I think that's a win-win. Another benefit included in your Aetna program is PeerFit. PeerFit is, again, a push towards healthy lifestyle, and therefore you are given discounts on classes, discounts on exercise gear. You're given discounts on healthy foods and such. More information is available in Employee Navigator and through Aetna. Definitely something that you can take advantage of. Again, absolutely free, included with your Aetna enrollment. Any questions about anything we've talked about so far? Because we've just That was all the new stuff. Everything else is going to be just a review of your current benefits. I know it's a lot of information to digest, so don't forget, if you think of something later, I am here. You are not on an island alone. Okay, page 9 talks about your dental benefits. On this is again going to be a review of the current benefits that you have right now. You have a PPO option, which provides you with both in and out of network coverage. And this PPO benefit gives you $1,000 annual maximum that Guardian will pay on your behalf. This is a calendar year benefit. If you are on this plan and you have already exhausted your $1,000 maximum, it will not replenish itself until January 1st, 2021.
That's good to know. Thank you for sharing that.
No problem. Hang on one quick second for me. I'm sorry. Okay. On the PPO dental plan, in the network, you get 2 free cleanings every single year. It's once every 6 months, you're subject to a free cleaning, no cost to you. If you go out of the network, you may absolutely choose to do so, but you are going to be responsible for 20% of that bill. So you see a bigger incentive to stay within the network. The network is very large, and finding an in-network provider is definitely possible regardless of your geographic location. However, again, you can go out of network if you do so choose. Basic services such as fillings, root canals, or periodontal scaling and root planting, so your deep cleanings, all covered 20% after your deductible within the network, 30% after the deductible outside of the network. Major work, crowns, dentures, oral surgery, 50% after the deductible in the network, 60% after the deductible outside of the network. Since you guys already have Guardian, it is possible that you or an individual within your family unit have more than the $1,000 maximum. If you had received care and treatment in the last year, which is going to be this calendar year, and Guardian has not paid more than $500 worth of claims for you, they're going to reward you by giving you an extra $250 or $350 if you stayed in the network only to use for the 2021 plan year as a thank you. But you must have had something done, one cleaning, maybe a cleaning and a filling, but you had to have seen a dentist in order to be eligible to receive the extra rollover money. Any questions about the dental benefits?
I have a question. It doesn't actually show what the deductible is for the dental.
The deductible is a $50 individual deductible,
Oh,
not to
there it
exceed
is.
$150
Okay.
for your family.
I overlooked it. I'm sorry.
No problem, because I skipped over it. Any
I
other
have
questions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do I know if I get that rollover benefit?
On
How will I
your
know?
Guardian Anytime member portal, you're given the information. It will advise you on your member portal.
Okay.
And right
Will
now
I see
it's too early to tell because
I
your
was gonna
plan year's
ask
not
that.
even done yet.
So I will see it after January 1st?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, for every single individual enrolled in the dental benefit, Guardian also gives you a college tuition benefit. It is a thank you for participating in their dental program. Guardian then is going to give you 2,000 points every single year, which equates to $2,000 to use towards a qualified beneficiary's future college education. Qualified beneficiaries are going to include children, stepchildren, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, and godchildren. So essentially, as long as you can obtain a child's name, date of birth, and address, you can register them as your dependent. In addition to the 2,000 annual points that you're given, you also receive an extra 500 bonus points for every single dependent that you enroll. There are a couple of key dates to keep in mind. Number one, you must register on the guardian.collegetuitionbenefit.com website in order to be enrolled in the program. You must enroll in the website within 6 months from the start of your plan year. So by June, you must enroll in order to get the points for this plan year. You must also have your child enrolled under you as a dependent before they enter the 11th grade year. And then you must choose whether or not you're going to use the money for them before they enter the 12th grade year. The list of participating colleges are ever growing, and right now there's more than 400 private institutions that are part of this. So even if you don't have a college tuition benefit eligible dependent, please still enroll in the benefit, because otherwise you're passing up the opportunity at free money, and you'll, I am certain, have somebody that you can register as a qualified dependent in the future. What some people have even done is they've actually went to like a neighboring school, and they have created the, Colleen Hernandez Scholarship Fund, and picked 4 students from a class and decided, hey, at the end of this year, I'm going to leave X amount of dollars to somebody to use for their college education as a way to give back to the community in which I live. Completely allowed as well. Just don't lose the opportunity. Please take 5 minutes to enroll on the website. Questions so far? Sorry, you guys are my 3rd meeting this morning. The next benefit that we're going to discuss is the vision benefit, which is, again, a benefit provided to you by Guardian, and this plan utilizes the Davis Vision Network. It allows for an eye exam every single year, lenses or contact lenses every single year, and frames every other year. You have a copay for an eye exam. If during that eye exam you find out that you need glasses, you're going to have a copay for need lenses for the glasses. That's going to cover standard vision, single, bifocal, trifocal, lenticular lenses. If you want anti-glare, anti-scratch, progressive transition, there is going to be an additional charge, but you're still getting the contracted rate because you have the Davis Vision benefit. For the frames, you're given a $130 allowance and then 20% off the balance above that allowance. There is no additional balance at Walmart, Sam's, and select other retail locations just because they're so heavily discounted already. For frames, though, if you go to VisionWorks, you're given an extra $50 frame allowance as well. So instead of that $130, you're going to get $180 towards the purchase of frames. If you opt for contact lenses instead of glasses, you're given a $130 allowance and then 15% off the balance above the allowance, except again at certain retail chains. If you choose to go out of network, you may do so. You are responsible 100% the cost of the service, and then you're going to have to submit a claim in order to get reimbursed. The amount that you are reimbursed is going to depend upon the what type of claim you're submitting for. Next benefit we're going to discuss is the short-term disability. First Light offers you the ability to purchase short-term disability if you do so choose. This is a voluntary benefit and will help to support you in the event that you're unable to work due to an accident or an injury. The benefit is going to begin after 7 days. So on the 8th day, if it's going to be due to an accident or an illness. So whether you're sick or you got hurt, you're on your own for the first 7 days, and then the benefit is going to kick in. The benefit is going to then pay 60% of your salary up to $1,500 a week for 12 weeks. As everybody knows, even when you're not able to work, you still have a mortgage to pay, rent to pay, a car payment, food, groceries, electric. Your bills still happen. So purchasing this insurance does provide you with some assistance in meeting your short-term needs. In the event that you're unable to work for an extended period of time, for longer than your 12 weeks, your long-term disability will kick in. This is an employer-paid benefit and will cover 60% of your salary to a maximum of $10,000 a month. This benefit is going to start after your 90 days of being disabled, so it will work well if you choose to purchase the short-term disability as well. They complement one another. When one stops, the other one would begin. The long-term disability will continue until Social Security normal retirement age or at a time when you are no longer considered disabled. The next benefit we're going to talk about is life insurance. First Light is paying for $50,000 worth of life insurance for you. However, they also provide you with the ability to purchase additional life insurance if you feel that $50,000 worth of insurance is not sufficient to cover your needs. You as an individual can purchase anywhere from $10,000 to $250,000 worth of benefits for yourself. If you were already eligible for this benefit and you declined it, or you only chose $100,000 and now you want $200,000, you will need to complete an evidence of insurability form. If you are a brand new employee eligible for the very, very first time, you can purchase up to $50,000, no questions asked. Anything above the $50,000, you will be subject to evidence of insurability. Evidence of insurability is a couple quick questions just in order for a guardian to determine whether or not they're going to approve you for the requested volume. Only if you purchase life insurance for yourself can you purchase life insurance for your spouse. You can purchase 100% of the amount that you purchase for yourself in $5,000 increments not to exceed $250,000. If you've waived coverage for your spouse and now you want them covered, you're going to need an evidence of insurability form regardless of the dollar amount that you choose. Only if they are brand new, eligible for the very first time, can you purchase up to $25,000 for them, no questions asked. If you purchase insurance for yourself, you will also have the option of purchasing a $10,000 life insurance benefit for your dependent children. Open enrollment is the time where I always advise everybody to just review your dependents. You want to make sure that the money that you're leaving is going to somebody that you want it to go to. I would be very upset if my husband gave his money to his ex-wife. So take a minute, just make sure that your information on Employee Navigator is correct and that is who you wish to continue to leave your money to. Next time we're going to discuss is the Employee Assistance Program. The Employee Assistance Program is offered to everyone via Guardian. There is unlimited telephonic and online support that covers a variety of different topics, including stress management, health, nutrition, daycare assistance, helping you find an assisted living facility. Maybe you're taking care of an aging parent, or you have a legal question or a tax question. Unlimited telephonic and online help available. If you need to speak to a local counselor, I know COVID is going on. We have a lot of people that have been affected by it, and some of them have unfortunately lost loved ones. There are people out there to talk to. Guardian will pay 3 free face-to-face sessions, so they're going to pay for 3 visits with a local counselor on your behalf. Everything is strictly confidential. We're not going to know who uses the benefits. We're not going to know what is discussed. So please do keep that in mind. People are there. People want to help. All you have to do is pick up the phone. Next question is going to be, how much is it going to cost me? Page 12, you're going to find the breakdown of all your payroll deductions for each of the plans. They're also, all payroll deductions are available on Employee Navigator. As a reminder, we complete our enrollment online at employeenavigator.com. First-time users will need to register as a new user, and they're going to need their company identifier. So please visit employeenavigator.com. You're going to click Login in the top right-hand corner. You're going to click on Register as a new user. You're going to enter your information, first name, last name, and your company identifier, which is case sensitive. The company identifier is F as in Frank, L as in Larry, P as in Paul, M as in Mary, I as in ice cream. It is on your benefit guide right here, case sensitive. If you are a returning user, though, and you forgot what your password is, when you click the login screen, you're going to click on the link that says Reset a Forgotten Password. It will then send a link to the email address on file with a link to reset your password. Once you are in the system, it's going to take you to the open enrollment. Your screen will look like this. Bear with me one second. Your screen is going to look like this. However, instead of finish enrollment, it's going to say start enrollment, but I've gone through already once. So you're going to click on the button, open enrollments here. Okay, let's get started. You're going to confirm that all the information here is correct. You're going to hit save and continue to take you to the next screen. You're going to confirm your address is correct. If it is not correct, please hit edit, make any necessary changes. As you go through, you're going to go to the next page to confirm your dependents. If you choose to add a dependent, please click Add a Dependent, enter the information here. You will need the dependent's social security number in order to move forward. Next, it's going to take you to your benefits, starting with your medical. And over here, you're going to see all your different medical options. You're going to click Compare. It will list the per payroll cost for each of those plans, and right below it, it has the benefits. This is also available in the benefits at a glance that we were looking at. This is just in an additional spot. Information under helpful resources provides a little more details on all of the different plan options. To select the plan, you're going to click on it, and then you're going to hit save and continue. If and only if you enroll in the HSA eligible product, will you have the option to enroll in the health savings account? You can choose the dollar amount that you wish to make, or you can choose to decline this benefit by clicking on the blue Do Not Want This Benefit. If you enroll in a copay medical plan, you are going to say unable to enroll. This is not an error. That is because the plan you chose is not an eligible product to allow you to put money into the health savings account. So I just wanted to make sure everybody was aware. Next, you're going to continue to go through all your different plan options. At the very end, you're going to get to the enrollment summary. Enrollment not complete. If you look at the right-hand side in your little view steps progress bar over here, anything that has an orange dash means that there is an issue. Everything that has a green check means you are good to go. So the reason that I have this enrollment not complete is because I am missing a beneficiary for my life insurance. So I would need to choose the beneficiary, and then I would get a little green click to sign, and I am done and good to go. I will need all employees enrolling, declining, it does not matter, to go online and complete their enrollments no later than Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. It is imperative that everybody have all of their enrollments completed by then so we can get your group submitted to Aetna. If you are not finished by Tuesday at 9 a.m., you are holding up the entire group. Everybody would like to have ID cards in hand and the ability to use a benefit they're paying for come 12/1. So I just need everybody to pull together and work as a team so we can meet this goal. I understand that it is not a lot of time, but I am here to help answer any questions that you may have. I will be in the office all afternoon today, all morning Monday. If you have any questions as well, please feel free to shoot me an email. I do check them periodically throughout the evening and the weekend.
Colleen?
Yes.
So just to reiterate, even if an employee is not electing any health, dental, vision, they still have to go through enrollment, correct?
You are correct, yes, because every single person does get, number one, the disability, and number two, the life insurance, and number three, needs to indicate that they are voluntarily waiving the coverage.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. Follow-up question on the HSA bank account.
Yep.
How is that open then, and what's the next step?
So, okay. When you are on the health savings account, hold on, let me go back here and enroll in the product real quick. If you choose to enroll in this product, which has by the way, a minimum of $100 per year contribution. So you can choose to elect and contribute as small as $100 annually to this product. But once you make that election, it's going to be included over here in your enrollment summary. And we will take this information and submit it to Avidia Bank for you, and they will open the account on your behalf.
Okay.
It is possible, though, I have had this before generally with people that have multiple family members with the same name. If your social security number is incorrect, maybe your date of birth is incorrect in the system, the bank may reach out to you directly to just confirm your information. If so, your account is placed in limbo and not opened until you get back to them. So I do want everybody to know that Avidia is the name of the provider, and should you have, if they should happen to reach out to you, please feel free to contact me and provide them with the information. You can provide it to me and I can forward it along for you, but it is something that they will need because it is a bank account and therefore they need to be able to verify your identity. So if there's something that comes back that makes them question it, they just need to confirm that you are who you are. Then once the account is open, you're going to receive a debit card in the mail to use. You have the option of also purchasing checks. One thing that I did want to mention about that savings account is you will receive a monthly fee to have the health savings account unless you opt for paperless statements.
Okay.
Everybody's moving towards a more green system and therefore are strongly encouraged.
And if we have a dependent on our plan, we could request a second debit card?
That is correct. You can request a second debit card. There is a charge. I believe it is $2 per card for the additional debit cards for dependents, but you can absolutely request it.
Thank you.
And you are going to get a kit, a welcome kit, if you do choose to open a health savings account, emailed to you from our CGI admin department.
Okay.
I have a question, Colleen.
Yes.
You entered $1,000. Is that incorrect? Did you mean 100?
No, I entered 1,000 just randomly, so I'm going to give.
That's per pay, so that means whatever you enter will be per paycheck. It's getting deducted.
Right. So what happens over here, and I'm so glad that you had asked this question. You have two different benefits. So you have the ability to contribute all your money right now. So I can contribute $1,000 per pay for the first 3 paychecks, and then I can taper it down to only $100 a check, $20 a check. The health savings account amounts can vary every single paycheck if you want. I do not suggest that, but it could. Especially some people choose to fund it heavily in the beginning because it is like a bank account, and if you swipe your card and the money's not in there yet, you will not be able to use it. So this will just help me get my stash going quicker, and then I can go in later and drop it down to, let's say, a more realistic $20 a check. Any other questions about the benefits?
This is Stacy. I have a question about the prescription drug and CVS.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't use CVS. I have a private pharmacy that I go to.
Mm-hmm.
So I would either need to, like it says, call the member services and opt out, or just transfer all my medications to CVS.
So my first question is going to be, and if you would rather speak offline, that is completely fine. Are the medications that you take, are they maintenance medications? You're taking it every single month, or it's like when I'm sick, I use this pharmacy?
It's every single month.
Okay. So then you can either transfer it to a CVS, you can use the mail order pharmacy, or you can call member services and opt out of it. Yes.
Okay. All right. I just wanted to be sure on that.
And don't forget that you do get the first 2 fills at the retail pharmacy regardless. So that gives you an opportunity to get your ID card, get your medicine, and then you can opt out. So because you can't call right now because you're not in the system.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
No problem. I do want to let everyone know, though, the 90-day supply. You get to purchase a 90-day supply for only 2 times the cost. So instead of paying, we're going to call it hypothetically $50 every single month for 3 months, you can purchase a 90-day supply for only $100 through the mail order. So there's an incentive to do that as well. And you don't have to leave your house. It gets mailed directly to you. Don't even have to think about it.
I have a question about the medications also.
Yes.
Is CVS the only pharmacy that it's going to be allowed or approved by Aetna, where we need to get the medication?
No. So if, let's say you are sick and you're getting a one-time prescription, you can get that at any covered pharmacy. Walgreens is also within the network. It's just the maintenance medication that they ask you to either get at CVS or call to opt out, and then you can continue to get your medication at a different pharmacy.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Okay, well, if there are no other questions, I appreciate everybody's time, and thank you for joining me this morning. I am available if you should have any questions that you think of later. My contact information is up on the screen. Please don't hesitate to give me a call. And Anna, I will send the link with the recording later on this afternoon.
Okay, thank you so much, Colleen. Thank you for all the great information.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Bye,
You
all.
too.
You too.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Great job.